Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to tell you 3 things you need to know to make energy space clearing for your business work for you. So if you are having trouble with success in your business and you have a storefront or an office, or you know someone else who's having trouble with their success and moving forward, then you might want to stay tuned and hear a little bit more about this. Welcome. I'm Carol Deshane, your intuitive spiritual guide for practical matters and certified Marconics Energy recalibration practitioner. I'm also an energy space clearer. So, like for the home, energy space clearing for the office also shifts out all of that negative imprint that we leave behind on our energy footprint. And unlike a home where you only have a few people at a time in, generally, unless you have a party once in a while, you're going to have, especially if it's an older building, a lot of people that have wandered through this particular space. If it's a storefront, all of your customers, your staff, you, and all the other people from all the other stores that have been there before you are leaving this piles upon piles of negative and positive energy and stuff in there. Now, you know, if you've ever been to church, that some churches you walk in and you go, oh, this place feels so good, because all the good camaraderie, the prayer, the energy that's there makes it feel like a really nice, comfortable place to be. You know, just as that happens, an office or a business may just feel the exact opposite to you when you walk in, because of all the different people that didn't have that beautiful energy in there when they were in their business. So now you may say, oh Carol, now I got a new build. I got nothing like that. There's hardly anything. Well, that may be true, but you have to remember that not only were the people that made the building blocks of the business or the storefront to put it together, you have contractors, you have electricians, plumbers, all these different people with architects, the people who sold it, all of those people. And some of them could have been going through a divorce. Maybe they were angry or guilty or just depressed, people going through the death of a loved one. I mean, all of those sorts of things, they seep into the bricks the same way that all of your limiting beliefs and fears and all of that stuff seeps into your cells, into the building blocks of you, just like the building blocks of the building. So if you aren't having the success you want, there are 2 things it's going to be. It's either you and your limiting beliefs, or it's the building and the space. And most likely it's both to differing degrees. But I have to say that if you aren't sure where to start and your success is not happening, if you go with the energy space clearing, it's going to be a whole lot less expensive and a whole lot less time than starting working on you. And it might also make things a little clearer, since they do kind of work together on what you need to work on yourself. Because if someone is good at what they do, an energy space clearer can help you to shift you and release the little things that are bothering you and make the big things probably a little more obvious, so you know where to start when you work with a therapist or a life coach, or however you want to do it. So there are 3 things, which I promised you earlier, that you need to know when you're talking to an energy space clearer. So first, let me say that make sure it depends on which energy space clearer you use, because just like every other profession in the world, some people are better at it than others. Sometimes you have a great dishwasher, and sometimes you got a pretty poor one where they leave a bunch of stuff on the plate. So you might find that one will really clear out your energy really well, and then others just clear out a few layers, so it doesn't shift that much. But sometimes that's not the only thing you want them to do. So the communication is the most important thing, other than choosing the energy space clearer for how you feel and you resonate with that person. But I want you to know the 3 things that I think are the most important. And those are, when you talk to your energy space clearer, make sure they understand how high of a vibration you want in your business. And I'll talk about these in a minute in more detail. You also want them to know what kind of success you want for that business, how to set the clear intention for the business when they're working. And you want them to know what kind of protection that you want the building to have. Now, some energy space clearers, all they ask is how big is it and where is it located? And then they set their price and they come and do it. For a home, that can work. But for a business, it's just really different. Because you, for example, what I mean by clearing and the kind of vibration, you may think, I want it as high as possible. But if they're really good and they clear all those layers out, it depends on who you want your clients or customers to be, whether they'll be comfortable or attracted to that energy. So my first question is, who do you want to attract? Do you want your clients, do you want them in droves because you have a storefront and you just want to sell, sell, sell? Well, if that's the case, then we don't want to set it so high, because if the vibration is too high, so many people won't even see your storefront. They'll walk right past. It won't even be in their reality for them. And it's kind of strange, but it's true. So you might want to stay the vibration a little bit lower so that you attract more people. You don't want to shift it totally to as far down as possible and get the least common denominator, because you want to get rid of some of that. You want it to feel good. You still want the space to feel good, but you may not want it to be monk Zen level for people to come in, because they'll come in and then they won't buy anything if they come in at all or see it. So the second thing that I always ask my clients is, so what kind of success do you want? I know how many people you want now. What kind of, maybe I'm setting this roadmap for myself when I come in. So what, besides the how high the vibration I want to know, also, what kind of success are you looking for? How often do you want people to come in? Do you want them to come in? Maybe you have a service business and you have a yoga class and you want 10 people 3 times a week. Well, then I can clearly intend for that to happen, this or something better. Maybe you can have more, but I don't need to set the intention for the space of just, I'm totally open to whatever happens. I want to help you get what you want in your success specifically. So that is the second piece that I talk to the people about. How can I set this intention for what you want? And of course, it's always something better, whatever is in your alignment and what you want, rather than what I think you want, and then I do it my way, which doesn't get me anywhere because I may never see you again. So the other thing is, what kind of protection do you need? So if you have staff and you're not sure if they're stealing from you, or you think somebody might be, you obviously want protection from those sorts of people. If you have people coming in that are cranky and kind of nasty and you don't want that in your business, then you want to set that intention for that protection from those people. And if you have people that shoplift, obviously you want them to leave that intention at the door as well. We can either block them from coming in, or we can set the intention that when they come in, they won't do anything except buy things. So the protection is really important, and you don't want to set it so high if, for example, you're a therapist, that you keep all the people with problems out because you need them to come in and feel comfortable enough to talk to you about them. So it's very important to get that information before you clear a business. That's what I said before about having a roadmap. And if all you have is someone who just says how big and how far, be aware that you need someone maybe different. Unless how big and how far it works for you and it resonates with you and it feels right. So those are the 3 things in the communication that I think are the most important. How high of a vibration in the clearing, set the intention on how much success that you want for that business space, and also what kind of protection do you want for that space. And the last thing is, what kind of results can you expect from this energy space clearing? Well, the benefits can be a lot of different things. Sometimes at the beginning there's a little shakeup. You'll find some of those people who are a little more on the negative side, they may fall away. You may lose staff or you may lose customers. But then things start shifting. More peace, more joy, people get more relaxed, people get along better. things start working out much better. But remember at the beginning, I said that there are two things that go into making this success in your business. You and your limiting beliefs or lack of, and the space and how that energy affects each other. So if you're finding you don't have much shift after a space clearing and you feel like it was done well, then you might need to look at that point at yourself, because you've got half of it going, but the other half is, hello, all of a sudden I realize I don't think I can have the success. I have some fears coming up around this, because now I don't have any more excuses. It's not like the dead person that died in this space. And of course, that's what's keeping people away. It's not all of my staff are rude and now I've gotten rid of them and now I have another group of rude staff members. It's what you're attracting. So now you know what you can work on. It's a little bit of extra help so that you know on your side where the next step will be. But a lot of times the energy space clearing itself will help you move things along so that the harmony starts and will start the ball rolling more quickly towards the success that you want. So thank you for joining me. If you like what you hear, please subscribe to my channel. And you can also check out my website at www.connecttojoy.com. That's connect, the number 2, joy.com. And there you'll find not only the free download on 5 steps to effortless quantum leaps in your business and your life, but you'll also find under the services tab more information on the energy space clearing for your home and office, Marconics, energy, no touch, and recalibration ascension modalities, and of course, the coaching piece that I also do on success and prosperity. Thank you again for joining me, and I'll see you next time around. Bye-bye.